Guys, welcome back to the FRC Construction channel. Just for this video, the topic I'm going to be discussing is my perspective on running a small business, a contracting business on there. And I always like to talk, if you notice on the videos, I just like to explain things and talk. It just naturally comes to me. I just can't help it on there. So I appreciate all the subscribers and everybody that follows me on the channel. Thank you very much for listening to all the stuff that I say. A lot of it is technical. I do put a lot of effort into making those videos as best as I can. I'm working on my editing skills in the videos. I'm trying to make it more entertaining too, and all that stuff. Trying to mix it around, not just being all technical and speaking on them. I mix it around and see what really drives people. But when I started my channel on there, it's a little bit over a year ago, I take it as a job. I take the channel very seriously. Just like I take the business that I run very seriously, I take our channel very seriously. It's a professional channel, and I like to explain things that we do. If you've seen multiple videos that I do reflections, I do on-the-job videos. Sometimes I explain different projects, do a little bit of short, mix it around, keep it as engaging as I can. So thank you for following on the channel there, guys. But today's video, I just wanted to discuss, I think, a really important topic, and something that's always come into my mind is my perspective on what it takes to run a small business, a contracting business. So it is very, very difficult. It's one of the most difficult and challenging things I've done in my life. And now, if I go back on what I've done difficult and what has been challenging, of course, was my secondary education, studying at the university. As you all know, that's difficult too. But I end up, getting my degree, graduating on that. That was really challenging because that was 5 long years of studying, long nights at the library. It's difficult, but I would say that the biggest challenge for me wasn't that particular moment in my life where I had the education, but it has been the small business venture experience. It's actually been something very challenging because it definitely challenges you to the max. All your experiences, everything that you learned before, and it's all mixed together, and you have to really, really have a lot of drive and motivation and a vision for the future to be able to know exactly what direction you want to head. I started my contracting license back in 2013 is when I took the test for the Oregon license. That's when I got my license on there. We're doing some smaller jobs, selling jobs, but nothing at a full scale like we've been doing with the last since 2021. So we've been really heavy 2022, 2023. So we've been about 3 years going all out into the business. Before, I've held multiple jobs, management jobs, sales jobs, and I still had my license active. I just did not really work in contracting, but I was still working as a W-2 employee. But I definitely picked up a lot of things and a lot of experiences that I learned from working in different companies. So that's always appreciated. It's always good to get those experiences that you have from those companies and bring it over to your organization and your business and have a clear path on where you want to particularly go. I've made mistakes. 2022 was really good, but I made some mistakes, and that's how it was. So sorry about that, guys. I had to cut off a little bit. Attending to a client just texted me really quick. She's interested in painting exterior in her house. I did go see her this following week, and the importance of protecting the house first. She's more interested in painting her house first, and then secondary focusing on the hardscape work. So it's always understandable. Clients have priorities. When I come in there, I always tell my clients that whatever priority you have first to do work in your house, whatever's more important to you, let's get that done. And then if you have other priorities, those can be wait for next season or spring or next year, whatever priorities they have first. I always said, What are you looking to do first? What's your schedule looking like? And when are you looking to get a project done? So servicing the client, understanding that they have those options to do, and it's super important. It's part of the customer service, and that's a big part of what I was saying before I cut off and had to respond to the client. There is that customer service. That customer service for me has always been really good. When I was at Sherwin-Williams, I was always really good at the customer service. So the customer service, like I said, has been always really good for me. It's always been excellent. I definitely picked up my skills, brought them over to the business, and we've had some of the best customer service, I would say, bringing in my experience on there, servicing those clients very well, and be able to. That's really important in any business that you start. Customer service, understand your clients' needs is very important. Being that person that they can understand too, not just the contractor, not just the technical things that it takes to build a job. That is very important. Those technical skills, those technical things are very important. But how you communicate with your clients, how you communicate with your prospects, and how you go by getting those jobs and getting those clients to trust you is very important. By bringing in your knowledge and understanding and figuring out, because a client has a vision and you want to make sure you meet that vision. So it's a big thing about venturing in a business is client and communication. I think that's one of the most important things. You can have an excellent product, you can be in an excellent service industry, but if you don't have that particular vision for it to be able to service your clients really well, you're just going to have a difficult time getting any potential clients. And I've worked on that exclusively. All my clients that I've serviced have been not just clients that we service, but also friends. And a lot of my business, basically 25% or more of my business, is repeated customers. So I go back and do 2 or 3 projects for the same customer, just because they really like the experience from when I did the first job to doing multiple jobs for them. So I have had a client I've already serviced about 4 times, and we're gonna go with a 5th time, probably, if not this year, by next year. But it's always really important because that repeated customer and that repeated business is always very good. And I would say another 15 to 20% is referrals. So from the clients I've already serviced, another 20% is those referrals. I love referrals. Referrals is almost a guaranteed job, just because if you really service a client and they're super happy, then you get that referral. And another 50% of the business is me looking out for, sending out flyers. Flyers are really important, guys. And it's not that expensive to make a flyer. You guys in the video probably seen this, and I have this flyer. This marketing flyer is super helpful. Like, let's say you don't want to spend a lot of money, because a lot of those, like the Angies, the Home Advisors, and the Yelps can get expensive. And I have a video on that where I talk about the cost that involves using those platforms. I have those platforms. I've cut back a little bit on the platform usage. I still use it because clients still like to go on those platforms and look for different businesses. But if you can have your business in the platforms, it's more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. You get a lot of great jobs on there, but having a flyer and handing out this, even going door to door, gets you an opportunity to get a couple jobs on there. Whatever you need to do to be able to get jobs. Another thing is I leave these with the suppliers. Like, I leave them with all the Sherwin-Williams stores that I go to, because there's a lot of, in the area where I live, there's tons of Sherwin-Williams. So every time I get an opportunity, I leave these flyers in there. I actually had a client where I went to go see a job. She actually picked up a flyer from a Sherwin-Williams store, and that's how she got my contact information, and I was able to give her a project quote on that. So it's always very important to me is to make sure I can reach out to a lot of people and a lot of clients. So big part of the business, like I said, again, I was saying, if you have a great service, great product, but you want to make sure you get that great client base on there, because that's very important to be able to maintain the sales. The sales side is very important. It's basically the bread and butter of the business, is getting those sales, and then doing the jobs, of course, on there, important as well, but making sure you reach out and get those jobs to keep going, bring that revenue going. So my perspective on that, I think from what I learned, like I said in the beginning, it is difficult to start any venture, any business. Contracting business is mixed. There's a lot of failures in the contracting business, it is said that within the first 5 years, about 80 to 85% of all businesses fail. And I understand why they fail. It's a lot of stuff that you need to take care of, But I feel like all the stuff that we're taking care of, we've had our issues, we have our problems, need to be taken care of within the first 3 to 4 years. I'm actually within the first 3 years of the business starting. You should be able to get all those things taken care of. By year 4 or 5, you should be able to be running a business smoothly without not having any worries. So those first couple of years, it's going to be a struggle for sure, but you want to keep going and have the vision that you want to see forward and just keep pushing. And it's going to be a struggle within the first 3 years, but if you get everything taken care of within those 3 years, you're figure out how your business works, set up your systems, get your website rolling, get everything rolling within that 3 years. And then within that year 4 or 5, the business is just going to naturally flow on there. You're going to have those systems implemented in place where it's just going to be smooth ride. Nothing is smooth in the beginning. It's going to be rough. I'm in year 3. It's been a learning experience and it's been rough. But like I've been telling the people close to me, I'm not going to quit, because I did not quit when I was in university. When I struggled my last year to get my degree, I struggled because I had to repeat a couple classes. And I was close to not getting my degree. And I said to myself, I am not going to stop. I am not going to give up. I need to get my degree. And this is for me. I need to go steady, take these classes, pass my test, get my credits, boom, get my degree. It was a long and hard struggle at the end to get that degree, but I got it. And I'm super proud of that. Super proud of the degree I hold. I hold it with the highest value. I have nice little, where you store it up there on the wall. And I look at it every day and be like, this is what I need to do. Even in my business, I am not going to give up. I can't give up. And I'm not going to give up. I have done so many things and I put so much effort that I'm not going to give up. I'm only going to make this organization that I this organization that I created, much, much better, and not give up. It's big advice, guys. Never give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your ventures. It is a struggle in the first couple years. Things change, laws change, tax situations change. Finding the right people, trust me, that is the hardest thing. I have yet to find, I do have a lot of people that are very good, but there's also a high turnover too of people, and some people that have given chances, I'm not going to go into that I had to let go. And that's just how it is. The people that just don't cut up, just cannot adapt to your systems, you just have to let them go. That's just how the reality of running a business is. You want to bring in the best people that are going to adapt to your organization, and people that are going to be seeing your vision and move forward with you, not people that are going to hold you down. You need to cut those quickly. And that's another thing I learned this year, that those people that just don't work out need to be cut off completely from the beginning, and not to extend it any longer on there if it's necessary. So don't give up on that. That's FRC Construction, guys, on the link below. Watch other content. Subscribe to the channel. I've always appreciated. I work hard on the channel. This is like another job for me. I take my channel, I take my video, my content, I take it very seriously, and I hope it helps you guys out. And I got more content. Well, I'm making more content on the way, we can say that. And it's just a little bit of insight, my personal insight. I hope this helps you out. And always follow your dreams. Don't forget to follow your ventures too. Take a chance. We only live once in life. But if you don't take that chance today, don't regret it later on. That's FRC Construction. We're paving the future. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.